Okay, now unit 1 is we know that nature and scope of business economics, and we will see the introduction and basic problems of an economy. So this is the first chapter. So we will complete within 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so introduction, origin of economics. Economics comes from, okay, wait. Okay, economics comes from a Greek term called household. Okay, economics comes from a Greek term called household. So economics, so we'll remember like Greek word G, after G H. So these are some shortcuts to remember. So economics is a Greek term for household. So before 19th century, it was called as political economy. Before 19th century, it is called as political economy. Adam Smith's book The Wealth of Nations 1776 is regarded as the first modern economics was okay work. Okay, so first modern economic work is done by Adam Smith. Okay, Adam Smith, and the book name is Wealth of Nations. Okay, Wealth of Nations. Year is 1776. First modern economics work. Okay, next. Full name of the book is An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nation. So easy to remember is wait a second. Okay, the full name of the book is An Inquiry into Nature. So we are inquiring nature about economics and the causes of wealth of nation. Causes of wealth of nation. Okay, next, fundamental facts. Okay, there are some facts about economics which is very important and basic. So human beings have unlimited wants. Human beings have unlimited wants, and the means to satisfy these unlimited wants are relatively scarce from the subject matter of economics. So the wants are more than resources. Okay, wants are more than resources. It causes scarcity. Okay, so human beings have unlimited wants, and the means to satisfy these unlimited wants are relatively scarce from the subject matter of economics. So remember this. Okay, next, business economics, managerial economics, introduced by Joel Dean, 1951. Application of economic analysis in the business decision making helps in optimal use of scarce resources used by businesses, NGO, and non-profits. Okay, non-governmental organization, non-profits, businesses. Okay, business economics is a managerial economics. Business economics is a managerial economics and introduced by Joel Dean, 1951. So we learned 2 years. One is 1776, next is 1951. Okay, business economics is the managerial economics introduced by Joel Dean. Application of economic analysis in the business decision making helps in optimal use of scarce resources used by business, NGOs, and non-profits. Okay. Key features of business economics decision making. Business economics uses economic analysis to make decisions on the best use of an organization's scarce resources. It is also known as managerial economics. Integration combines economic theory and business practices. It combines the theory plus practices. Tools. Economic theory provides tools like demand, supply, cost, production, price, marketing, and competition. Business economics applies these tools for decision making. Okay. Next, bridging the gap fills the gap between economic theory and business practices. Which one will fills the gap? Business economics will fill the gap of economic theory and practical business practices. Okay, applicable to all use, also useful for NGOs, non-profit organization. Micro and macroeconomics. Okay, Micro and macroeconomics. So, macroeconomics is general equilibrium analysis, theory of income and employment. Studies the economy as whole, aggregate level. Okay, aggregate level. Focus on key factors. Which one? Macro analysis, not micro. Macro analysis will focuses the economy as whole and focuses on the key factors like output, national income, general price level, interest rate, savings, investment, employment, economic growth, and foreign trade. Okay. Meanwhile, microeconomics, the price theory or slicing theory, which is important term. So microeconomics is also called as price theory and slicing theory. Price theory and slicing theory. Okay. So, studies individual units, firms, and consumers. Core of business economics. What are the key focus areas? Are product factor pricing, which is land, land, labor, capital, organization, entrepreneur, etc. Okay, these are the factors. So it will concentrate on these factor of productions and consumer behavior and firms decisions, industry location and economic segments. Okay, in short, macro is big picture, micro is detailed view of the thing. Nature of business economic. Okay, spam mint. Spam mint. So the nature of economic business economics is, the short word is spam mint. Okay, business economics is a science. Business economics is a science. It is pragmatic in approach. It is pragmatic in approach. Business economics is an art and is based on the microeconomics, which is business economics. Okay, next, incorporates elements of macro analysis in interdisciplinary in nature. So the last two are use of theory of markets and private entrepreneurs, normative in nature. Okay, so now see, spam mint. Okay, yes for science, yes for, wait a sec, science, P for pragmatic in nature. Okay, pragmatic in nature. A for heart, M for micro economics, macro analysis. Okay, I for interdisciplinary. Okay, and N for normative, T for theory of market and private entrepreneurs. Business economics as a science and art. Okay, science, systematic knowledge with cause effect relationship. Art, practical application of rules and principles. Okay, so remember this. Next, core characteristics based on microeconomics but integrates macro. It joins macro tools but is based on the microeconomics. Uses market and private entrepreneurs theories, pragmatic and normative in nature. Solves real world business problem. Okay, difference between positive economics and normative economics, which is negative economics. Okay, let's see. Studies what is, here studies what should be. Okay, okay, next, can be empirically verified. Here may or may not be verified based on facts and logic, based on ethics and values, ethicals and values, objective and descriptive, subjective and prescriptive. So how to remember this? Objective one, OD, here SP. Okay, OD and SP. Here P is coming, so it is opposite to that. Okay, like that you remember. Okay, next example, demand falls when price increases. Example, rich should pay more taxes. It is about the whole thing. Okay, it is about the whole thing here, about the demand supply, the components of that. Positive facts, normative opinions. Okay, remember that. Scope of business economics. Business economics solving internal and external challenges. Okay, business economics solves internal and external challenges. Internal issues. What are the issues which is operation side? Okay, arise within the organization. Microeconomic for internal issues. Demand analysis and forecasting, production and cost analysis, inventory management, market structure and pricing policies. Okay, here demand and supply, here production and cost, here inventory, here types of market. Okay, here resource, capital investment, profit analysis, risk and uncertainty analysis. Okay, what are the external issues which is in the environment affect business performance? Macroeconomics for external use. So theories like business cycle, global. Okay, business cycle will also enter in macroeconomics, not microeconomics. Okay, in the starting I mentioned that it is a micro thing, but it is a macro thing. Okay, theories like business cycle, global trends, fiscal policies are the macroeconomics for external uses. So these are some introduction on nature and scope of business economics. So revise this, and it will be useful for the exam. Okay,